So today we will be doing some more questions. This is the last part of the molecular basis of inheritance. And we have done many questions on this. So we begin with the first question. Which triplet code does not have a triplet code associated with it? So the meaning here is, out of these four codes, which is that code which does not, the meaning here is which does not code for any amino acid, which does not code for any amino acid. And in a way they have asked you which is a terminator code. So out of these four codes we have this UAA as a terminator code which does not code for any amino acid. So the correct answer in this case is A. Polypeptide synthesis in prokaryotes is initiated by. So we all know that the protein synthesis is large part of the time, 99% cases, we find that it is initiated by a triplet code and we call it as AUG. So AUG is referred as initiator codon. This is referred as initiator codon and it codes for an amino acid called methionine. So the correct answer in this case is D. Amino acids which are specified by a single codon. So in majority of the cases what we find, there is something called as degenerate. That means a single amino acid, if there is a single amino acid, it may be coded by more than one different codon. So but in this case they have asked you the amino acid which is specified by single codons. That means a single amino acid is encoded by a single code. There is no degeneracy. And the correct answer in this case is tryptophan and methionine. Please remember this. This is a memory based question and you have to remember this. The correct answer in this case is B. Some amino acids are coded by more than one codon. Hence, the genetic code in this case, as I told you, as I've just now I have explained here, that a single amino acid may be encoded by more than one codon, and in that case we call it as degenerate. So the correct answer in this case is B. Read the following statements. One codon, it codes for one amino acid. Some amino acids are coded by more than one codon. The sequence of triplet nitrogenous bases in DNA or mRNA corresponds to the amino acid sequence in polypeptide chain. Give the suitable terms of characteristics of genetic code as per the above statements. So they have given you the statements and they have given you three different meanings of those statements or the terms which are used for these statements. So which of the sequences are correct? One codon codes for one amino acid. And what is this called? One codon codes for one amino, and this is called unambiguous. So unambiguous means what? Without any ambiguity, one codon codes for amino acid. Some amino acids are encoded by more than one codon. So in this case, what happens? More than one codon. So in this case, we call this as degeneracy. So this is referred as degeneracy. The sequence of triplet nitrogenous bases in DNA or mRNA which corresponds to amino acids. That means if this is a DNA, it gives rise to mRNA. So if this is a DNA, it gives rise to mRNA, and this in turn, it gives rise to a sequence of proteins or polypeptide. So what is this concept referred as? So this is collinear relationship. So in this case, we can write it as 3. So which you have to just select which is the correct option in this case. So 2, if you look at this 2 is here, then 3, so 3 is here, and unambiguous 1 is here. The correct option in this case is C. This is a very important question, and such questions have appeared in AIMS examinations. The mutations that involve addition, deletion, or substitution of single base pair in a gene. So if this is a nitrogenous basis, so if there is a deletion of this, we call it as a single base pair. So if there is a single base pair deletion, we call this as point mutation. So this deletion is referred to as point mutation. Select the incorrectly matched pair. Initiation codon AUG and GUG. This is the correct option. Stop codons, or these are also known as terminator codons. Please remember the terms. This is also known as terminator codon. This is also known as initiator codon. This is methionine, and anticodons, they have written it as mRNA. If you look at anticodons, where are these anticodons present? They are present on tRNA. So this is the anticodon. These are the loops. So the incorrectly matched pair is D. So the correct answer in this case is D. The repressor protein. The repressor protein is produced by, so if you look at the lac operon, we have a repressor gene, we have a promoter, we have an operator, and we have these structural genes. So the repressor protein is produced by this gene, so it will produce a protein, and we call this as a regulatory gene. So the first A is the correct option. In the operon system, the repressor protein can bind only to, so this repressor, it will go and it can bind where it can bind. So in this case, it will bind the promoter gene. So this is the correct option. So actually, technically speaking, if you look at, if we have a promoter region and if we have an operator region, this repressor protein, actually it will bind to the junction of promoter and operator. This is the most technically correct answer. But in this case, as they have not mentioned any promoter junction, we can write this as promoter gene, and the correct option in this case is, because a major part of it goes in the promoter gene and a small part. So if we have a promoter and operator, so a major part of it covers a promoter gene and small part covers the operator. So in this case, the correct option is C. In operon concept, the operator combines. The operator gene combines regulator gene to switch off structural gene transcription, inducer to switch off structural gene transcription, regulator protein to switch on the structural gene transcription, or regulator protein to switch off the structural gene transcription. So the in operon concept, the operand gene combines. See in the previous case, they have given the option as promoter, and in this case they have given the option as operator. And this is a question from AFMC, Armed Force Medical College, and this is a question from JIPMER. These exams previously they used to conduct 2 questions, and they have given different options, as you can see here. In this case, they have said repressor protein where it will bind, and they have written it as promoter region, actually promoter operator junction. And in this case, they have given it as the gene which binds the protein which binds the operator gene. So you have to remember, based on the option, you have to write whether it is a promoter and operator. Technically, it is the promoter operator junction. So what is its role? The regulator protein to switch off the structural gene transcription. So when the protein binds, it will prevent the transcription and translation. So D is the correct answer. So Jacob and Monod studied lactose metabolism in Escherichia coli and proposed operon concept, which is applicable to. So this was studied in case of Escherichia coli, and which is a prokaryote. So in this case, the correct answer is A. The lac operon is an example of. I've already discussed this in the concepts. So the correct answer in this case is B. The wild type Escherichia coli are growing in a normal medium with glucose. So there's a wild type of Escherichia coli, and this is growing in a medium of glucose. They are transferred to a medium containing lactose. So now what they have done, they have taken this and they have transferred it into a medium of lactose as sugar. Which of the following changes will take place? Now this was a question which was asked in pre-medical test 2005, PMT. So what is the correct option in this case? Because it is transferred into a lactose medium, the lac operon will get induced. So lactose, what will happen to this? It will modify into allolactose. This allolactose, it will bind to the repressor protein. The repressor protein undergoes a conformational change. It will not bind the promoter or operator junction, and the transcription takes place. So a lac operon is induced. Which of the following acts as an inducer in the regulatory mechanism of operon model? So in this case, the option given is glucose, lactose, sucrose, and fructose. Technically speaking, this disaccharide, it combines to form a molecule called allolactose. And technically, allolactose is the accurate inducer. But as the option given in this case is lactose, so the correct option in this case will be B. Escherichia coli with a mutated Z gene of lac operon cannot grow in a medium containing only lactose as the source of energy. Why? Because when there is, if you look at these genes, these are the structural genes, and we write it as Z, Y, X, whatever gene. So, so this Z, if we consider this Z, this is responsible for the formation of beta galactoside. And when the beta galactoside is formed, it will break this lactose. It will dissociate this lactose into glucose and galactose. So if this gene is mutated, if this gene itself is mutated, then what will happen? So in this case, what will happen? They will not be able to produce beta galactosidase, and lactose will not be broken down. So the correct option in this case is they cannot synthesize functional beta galactosidase. When lactose is added to the culture medium of Escherichia coli, a few of its molecules get into the cell with the help of. So when the lactose is added, what will happen here? There is a protein which is present here, and we call this as permease. So the correct answer in this case is permease, and due to which the lactose will enter into the bacterial cell. What does lac refer to in what we call lac operon? So what is the meaning of lac here? The meaning of lac, straight away, as you are aware, that we call this as lac operon, meaning it is a lactose operon. So these were some of the questions in molecular basis of inheritance, and this ends the topic. We have almost done 10 concept-based lectures on molecular basis of inheritance. So please go through the concepts and please practice the questions which have appeared in previous competitive examinations.